same pace they played the first half, could they?
No, I think it'll slow down a fraction, and it's vital for Corio not to let Werribee get this early jump in the first 5 or 10 minutes of this quarter.
So umpire Gladkey just waiting for his partner in crime, Bobby Beattie, to make sure that all spectators are off the ground before they start the second half. Justin Tate will start for the Devils in the ruck, and he'll be up against Peter Gray. Umpire holds the ball off for the start of the second half. It's 10-5-65 Werribee, Corio 9-3-57. It'll be Justin Tate and Peter Gray. The umpire throws the ball in the air now and favours Gray, who taps it towards Nick Smith, gets a kick out of the centre, goes towards half forward. Luddick goes up, punched away by Lazarick. King in there on hands and knees. Coming through the middle was Bordignan. Over the top by Misara, punched on by Howlett, goes towards Dabrowski. He's ripped off the football, got some support though. It's Cousins. He breaks free at half back, goes wide. Oh, it might be chopped off. Tate tried to tap it on, hit him in the head in the end. Merry, he's got some support with Hawks. If he can handball it over, he can. He's got Beck running past. He goes well. It fell into his arms as he ran past. It was a kick, not a handball. He goes towards Howlett, who goes up and takes the mark, said the umpire. At half forward, Andrew Howlett's got it.
Pretty clear mark, I thought. Cal, one grab, very strong on that occasion.
Same start as the first quarter too, Eric. Howlett right into the action in the first 15-20 seconds.
So Andrew Howlett, who hasn't kicked a goal to date in this game, will line up from only 30 metres out slide angle. He comes in now, goes out a little bit to the left, and he sprayed it, I think, for one behind. So another let off possibly for Corio. His first score of the day, and the first for the second half. They go to 10-6-66 now, Werribee Central's Corio 9-3-57. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, a minute and a half played.
So it's Nevada Cornwall. It's the football, kicks it in from full-back. Gee, it's a nest of Corio players there, and in fact it's Cornwall's taken the mark.
Dabrowski
kicked in, sorry. So he finds King on centre wing. King, he's tackled by Howlett as he kicks it, but gets it further forward to Bigham. Davey Bigham turns, drives towards centre half forward, but straight into the arms there of Roland Beck of Werribee. Beck playing very well. He sees a player loose on the other side wing. It looks like Kennedy. He's overrun the footy, and Tate, it's 2-on-1 there, Tate, and he's done very well and forces the ball over the boundary line. So a very good effort there by Justin Tate, 2-on-1 against him, and he worried the two Werribee players to get the ball over the boundary line. So between wing and half forward, this time on the change room side of the ground, ball tapped to ground, picked up for Werribee, handball looking for Masara. He picks it up, drives back toward the mud patch. Foley hits for the footy, but first there is Heath Buck, tries to handball it further forward, finally gets it to Nick Smith. He drives it wide to the outer wing, running onto his Matt Allen. One step gets gets it to Luke Luddick at full forward. Long handball from Luddick into the arms there of his teammate running in. Is that David Kennedy?
It is.
And Kennedy's kicked his second and the first goal of the quarter to the Werribee Central side. On the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard now, Werribee Central's 11-6-72. They lead Corio 9-3-57, and that's 3 minutes into the third quarter.
And just a half-time score from Bannockburn as well. Anarchy 7-5-47. They lead Bannockburn 5-3-33 by 14 points at Victoria Park.
Perhaps it's wet out there.
Yeah, perhaps we're not going anywhere near Anarchy or Bannockburn, because we can't pick either of them. We don't know what's going on. But it's close there, and they've just got away, snuck away a little bit again, Werribee Centrals with that goal. Back in the middle. Kennedy's kicked his second. Umpire Gladkey throws the ball in the air for Tate and Gray. They both get a hand to it. Goes to Cousins, who wheels around on the right boot. Short little kick to Clifford. Takes a good overhead mark. Still in the middle of the ground. And earned it from Nigel Good. He was going to handball to Ricky O'Toole, but he doesn't. He goes to the right boot now. Kicks it up high. Walton from behind. Has to punch. Goes up left chook, good punch away too. Towards half-back, Cornwall attacked it, outnumbered. Mary's there, tries to slap it on. Clifford knocks it up, does well. Two blind turns, handball to Ricky O'Toole. Merry has to get around him. He does so with a handball. Wide towards Keating and also Eldridge. They raffle it. Eldridge wins it. Just sits it up. Oh, terrible kick in the end. And Bordignan has chopped it off and goes to the right boot. Wobbly punt kick towards Luke Luddick on centre wing. Lazarick's there as well, pretty close to the boundary line. Falls into that puddle, which is over on the centre wing on the outer side, and it will be a boundary throw in.
And I think Rick Lazarick took pity on the boundary umpire there, picked it up out of the water for him. Boundary umpire puts it in on centre wing. To the back of the pack comes to Johnny Cousins. He kicks off one step, running at the footy very hard was Masara. He gets a handball back on the left foot, drives towards half forward. He's back behind his opponent there, but gee, that's a good contest. He has now got Dabrowski on him, and gee, what great players they are, one on the other. So the ball's out of bounds, off their hands, just forward of centre for the Werribee side, kicking to the southern end this quarter. Tate gets the tap down, finally with a handball, comes out to Nick Smith. He can't pick it up, he pushes his opponent over, picks the footy up, drives it toward the full forward position. No players there, there's a foot race on now. Matty King leads, gets the foot to the ball. Now it's gone to half forward, good shepherding there from the Werribee side. Unfortunately not good enough because Andrew Howlett couldn't get the footy up, and Ian Cockrell has forced it toward the boundary with a little toe poke there, and out of danger temporarily for the Corio team. Thrown in, Howlett, well, he leaves Matty Hallam go because he's heading goalwards, and he kicks it that way. Nice little tap down into the path there of Luke Luddick. Handball over his head to, well, he couldn't get it on that occasion, James Lee, and perhaps the magic has gone, Cal, do you think? Because he's forced it through for a behind, and that's his second. 4-2 is his tally for the day, but there's another behind to the Werribee side. Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard 11-7-73 for Werribee, 9-3-57 Corio, and that's 6 minutes now into the third quarter.
Dabrowski with the football at fullback for the Devils. He's got Cousins short. He's got Eldridge short as well. He goes in that direction. Eldridge takes the mark. Gives it back to Dabrowski. Oh, they're mucking around with it again in the back line. Dabrowski has to be strong. Gets away from a couple. Gets his hands free. Handball didn't hit its target though. Lazarick sets him a task. Kick off the ground by him. Howlett comes across. Little toe poke. Didn't go very far. Falls in the arms of Cockrell now. Goes to Musara for Werribee Central's. Handball back to Andrew Hawkes. Hawkes now goes short. Chopped off. Kelvin Keating can't take the mark. Nick Smith keeps his feet. Kick around the corner was intelligent. And he's found his teammate in Adam Bordignan.
He's taking a chest mark.
He's taking a chest mark. He'll be happy about that. And Werribee will be happy that he's lining up from 30 metres out directly in front.
It's very good vision from Hawkes, and Kelly could have blazed away from just outside his distance, and
and had hope for the best, but he knew he was there.
So Bordignan comes in, he's sprayed it as well for one behind. So they go to 11-8-74 now, Werribee Centrals. They lead Corio 9-3-57. That's on Alexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 7 minutes played.
They're letting him off the hook a bit, Cal, aren't they? They've had all the play Werribee in this third quarter. They could have buried them.
7 minutes, and probably had 85%.
From the kick end, Dabrowski goes wide to the wing. Nice pick up there by Pettigrew. Back handball back into the middle, but Cornwall, good turn of pace there. Picks up the footy, hooks it back, looking for Tate, but unfortunately in his pace carried him far too wide there, Cornwall, and it's out of bounds on the full on centre wing. Pettigrew has the free kick, drives back towards half forward. Oh, Nick Smith, strong mark in front on that occasion, and just too much strength for... that was Clint Eldridge came in to try to spoil. Well, the lead is, well, it wasn't really a lead because Luke Luddick just casually...
cruising across the half-forward flank.
Found a little bit of space about 40 metres from goal, and the kick absolutely perfect. And Luddick now from 45 metres out, directly in front, the opportunity to capitalise for the Werribee side. Moves in on the left foot. Good looking kick. Well, has he got the distance? Magnificent bit of shepherding in the goal square by, is it James Lee? And he's allowed the ball to drift past him. So Luke Luddick now has kicked the all-important goal for the Werribee side. They've been threatening this for quite a while here. And on the Lexus Wyndham scoreboard now, 12-8-80 Werribee Centrals. Corio 9-3-57 yet to add to their half-time tally. And that's now 9 minutes into the third quarter.
Luke Luddick, he didn't even move until that ball actually left his teammate's boot, and he just, as you say, casually straight out and just took an easy mark. And
just reads the play nicely, Luke. Back in the middle, umpire Gladke to throw the ball in the air for Tate and Gray. They go up. Gray gets it down. Oh, coming off the half-forward flank was Foley. He missed it though. Ricky O'Toole didn't. His handball to Dabrowski. Great tackle by Heath Buck, and held it up. Cornwall over the top. Ricky O'Toole in as well. Nick Smith, and the umpire will come in and ball it up, and they all go to Heath Buck and say, well done.
Well, most times that's a free kick, isn't it? Even though the ball spilled in the tackle, he had ample opportunity to get rid of it.
So it'll be a ball up, still inside the centre square on the other side of the mud patch now, from where they've been throwing it up at the centre bouncers. will be Gray and Tate. Tate gets it down. Fresh air shot came from the other side. Keating had his head ripped off in a tackle, so it's play on the call. No, it has to come back.
And it's on.
And Nick Smith wasn't happy. Ricky O'Toole wasn't happy with the Nick Smith treatment. But it will come back as a free kick to Kelvin Keating on the centre wing, leaving it pretty open for Gundry and also Clifford. They go short to Cockrell. Now he goes towards Clifford, who goes up and can't take the mark off hands. Foley's there. Eldridge against him. Clifford kept it in front of him. Walton's in there fighting hard. Should be advantage. Play on. Oh, the kick was partly smothered. And now it'll have to come back. There was no advantage there, so the ball will come back to Lee Clifford at half forward. Well, Rob Walton's going to take the free kick. So I don't know why, but he is. And he's got it. At half forward, where Lee Clifford was standing. He'll hopefully make a better fist of the kick this time. He kicked into the smother on his last attempt. This time it's better. It holds up. Rivet, Clifford. Oh, Rivet stood in front, took the mark on his chest. The big man turns around. He's got Tate standing in the goal square by himself. Great play by the big man, and Justin Tate's worked his way down there. And we'll have a shot for goal from 10 metres out, directly in front.
Too strong. Just in front and held his ground.
The big man, yeah. Yep. And Chad Rivet.
Good vision there too.
So Justin Tate will come in. Oh, he's missed.
Missed by a long way.
He's tried to put that into the car park in Lara, I think, the way he's kicked that, but he's missed it for one behind. So 1 goal, 1 his personal tally. And they go to 9-4-58 now, Corio. Werribee Central's 12-8-80. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes played.
That's actually their first score for the quarter, Kel. So in 11 and a half minutes, they've struggled really to get the ball forward of half forward.
They have, as you said earlier, Eric, Werribee Central could have nearly put them away in those first 8 or 10 minutes.
So we're just a bit of a delay whilst the horde of youngsters recover the football. And, another goal from Werribee, and you'd think it might blow it open.
It might just make the task too big for Corio.
So Roland Beck does the kicking in. He's found Nick Smith at half-back. Handball back to Roland Beck, who's continued on from the goal square. The lead is from Heathbuck, and on centre wing takes up and takes a very strong chest mark in front of his opponent there in Dabrowski. Well, he's gone for the chip pass. Unfortunately, well, I was going to say it missed his mark. It did. Rick Lazarick gets it up. Handball back to Cornwall. They're going backwards. Back to Cockrell. Cockrell off one step. And on the left foot finds Nick Smith of Werribee on centre wing. It's all Werribee at the moment. Their players running wide on at centre half forward. It looks like Kennedy again. He's gone for a little chip pass looking for his teammate in Merry. And Merry takes a strong overhead mark at centre half forward. I just wonder if it's perhaps just outside his range of kicking distance. He's 40 metres out, be kicking from 45. And I think it would take a very good kick. Luke Luddick just standing 20 metres from the goal. Nobody looking after until suddenly Cockrell realised that he was there. So, well, it's a good-looking kick for length, and it's just offline for Merry, and another behind on the Lexington Wyndham scoreboard. 12-9-81, Werribee Centrals. Corio 9-4-58, and that's 13 minutes into the third quarter.
Ricky Bigham kicked it in, found Kelvin Keating between the back pocket and the half-back flank. Goes towards Tate, who takes the mark strongly in front of Peter Gray. Wants to play and move on quickly. Goes to the left boot towards centre wing, chopped off. Buck, it was Buck, Heath Buck, who got it out of bounds just with a thump. And pushed it out of bounds on centre wing on the outer side for a boundary throw-in. So Gray and Tate. Gray in front. Tate from behind with a right fist towards Cornwall, who breaks free, gets around on the right boot, goes towards half forward. Walton and also Cook. Cook leads in the race for the footy and is happy to see it over the boundary line for a throw in.
Well, it's a bit stiff not to get a push in the back there, Cook. He pushed right under the fence.
Just look like Werribee, they're just prepared to run a bit harder into space and more so than Corio in this third quarter.
Ball thrown in. Up high there is Gray, comes down. O'Toole sharked it on the left foot, goes towards centre half forward. Well, Charles overran the footy, but it came back off legs to him. Now it stacks on the mill, and Hawkes kicks it off the ground into open space. Nick Smith running hard at the footy. He gets it, gets his teammate there in Kinnear. Kinnear just gets a kick. Howlett runs hard at the footy on centre wing, hooks it back on the left foot towards centre half forward. Up high, Buck and Dabrowski. Going through, Luttick went without it, unfortunately, or Kennedy it was. And the ball in dispute there on half forward flank. It was a high tackle, not seen by the umpire, and finally he will move in. And he'll take the footy. Is he going to give a free kick after the whistle? No, the umpire in Bob Beattie takes the footy, half forward flank for Werribee Centrals. In front of the social club here at Corio. 15 minutes gone, 12-9, plays 9-4. Werribee Centrals in front. Ball goes up, comes down, the players descend upon it, and once again, umpire Beattie will move in and have to throw it up once again. Big pack of players around the football. Need a handball or a quick kick to clear the space there. Goes up. Tate, good body work, takes the footy, tries to crash his way through the pack. Ball comes to ground once again, stacks on the mill again. And Jace, at 15 and a half minutes, I'll see if you can clear the deck a bit.
So it's going to be a ball up again at half forward for the Centurions. It'll be Tate and Gray. They come from the same side. Coming over the top was Howlett as well, only as far as Ian Cockrell. His handball robbed by Robbie Misara, goes on the left boot towards Lee. Bigham at the back. Read it just a little bit better. Ricky Bigham showed some experience and took the mark in the last line defence for the Devils. He goes with a low kick. Misara got a hand to it, couldn't take the mark for Werribee. He's there in support though again. He's wrapped up by Tate, falls away to Ricky O'Toole.
Yeah, Misara held without the footy.
And as Ricky O'Toole runs away, it'll be Robbie Misara from behind the play with a free kick.
He did very well, Misara. He sort of pushed it through and just as the bloke was about to tackle him and got the free kick.
So he's got it at half forward now.
Yeah, it's very congested.
It is. Lee gives him a lead, as does Andrew Howlett. He goes short though, and well, it was okay until Bordigan didn't take the mark but got a hold. Johnny Cousins can't believe it. Now he plays on quickly, goes towards Heath Buck. Dabrowski against him. Dabrowski did well and needs to follow up. Rutherford right next to him. He runs away, backs himself. Handball. Oh, set Cornwall a task. It was all right though. He's at centre half back. He goes wide. The lead on from Amon Charles. He's going to wait and sit for it. It's over his head. Kinnear. He wraps him up. He gets rid of the footy though. Eldridge through the middle. Leaves it behind. Also in there, Walton. They fight for it themselves. Now Amon Charles has got it again. Kick around the corner. Short kick towards Davey Bigham. Has to be strong. Merry came in tough at it and held over the top of the football. Gave it the good. Gave it back to Merry. Short little kick was all right. Found Nick Smith. Smith on the outboard to Andrew Hawkes, who takes the handball and goes to the right boot. Shocking kick though. And Brent Rutherford's taken the mark at half back. Oh, sets Johnny Cousins a task, but Johnny just sticks the one hand up, takes the mark if you don't mind. Plays on quickly. Wants to switch play to Cornwall in the middle. Misara against him. Still in the middle now. Ricky O'Toole keeps in front of him. Got a hold. Made sure the umpire saw it too, Rick. And got the free kick in the middle of the ground. Wants somebody running past. He elects just to kick it out wide. Matty King's run off Howlett. And it's sit for him too. Matthew King on centre wing. Goes to the right boot wide towards Justin Tate. It sits for Tate okay, but he falls over at the crucial stage against Gray. But King followed up. Might be able to pick it up on the half volley. He's going to be under pressure. He got one high. No free kick. Tate keeps it in front of himself. Howlett has to come at him now. He dodges the handball and can get back on the left boot and go from half forward in towards Rivet over the back. Cornwall. Charles is there as well. He can't pick it up though. And if those trainers can get off the ground, I can actually see where the play is. Walton and also Troy Gundry see it pretty close to the boundary line. I think they'll be happy to see it over in the end. And they will be.
Nick Smith off for Werribee and Dean Comensoli on.
So
pretty torrid defence now, Callan. I think the pressure of the first half is starting to tell, isn't it?
Take the toll, and as we said, they've got to slow down.
From the throw-in, came down to Hawkes. Off one step, kicked it back towards the half-back flank, but Ricky O'Toole, good mark overhead. He's 60 metres from goal, kicks it back into the corridor, looking for, looks like Clifford couldn't take the mark, comes to ground, Clifford back in again, Rivet, threw the ball out, the umpire agreed. Rivet just suggesting that he hit it off his hand, but everything was moving. So Matt Hallam gets the free kick, plays on with the handball to Beck, who's running. Beck goes wide to centre wing. Oh, great mark, Heath Buck. Runs on quickly, drives towards half forward. Well, Luttick was going to take the mark. Lee was coming from behind. A very good bit of talking there. James Lee, he's gone for the pot shot at goal from about 50. He's landed pretty much short of the mark and wide of the mark and only behind to the Werribee side. So 12-10-82 Werribee Centrals. They lead Corio 9-4-58. Lexus to Wyndham scoreboard. 20 minutes now into the third quarter. From the kick in, Keating's got the footy. He's found Cornwall in the middle. Cornwall shaped to handball. Cullen's just come on the ground through interchange, and Cornwall sees him. He takes the mark. Cullen on the left foot drives towards, kicking in danger almost, but Walton up to the task, picks the footy up, goes towards full forward. Good body work. Well, I thought it was good body work, but the free kick has been paid to Luchuk, the man in front, and for Werribee in the last line of defence, he gets the free kick. Gee whiz, he's gone to a nest of Corio players, and Walton takes the mark. Not a good choice there from Luchuk, and Walton, well, he'll be called to play on if he goes much further, but he plays on quickly, drives towards the full forward. Oh, Matty Hallam had the drop there on Cullen, takes the mark easily. Beck receives the handball, sees Massara 30 metres further on, long handball, and away goes Massara. I think he's kicked it to me, but no, he's just kept it in, beautifully controlled. Foley leads in the race ball. Got to be a free kick there to Warren Foley. Rutherford all over him, into his back, and on half forward flank now, Warren Foley has taken the mark. Foley now goes back into the corridor looking for, well, the only person he found was Ricky O'Toole. Strong mark at centre half back, and gee, it really is a quarter of defences on this occasion. He goes wide looking for Bingham. Ricky Bingham takes the mark, plays on quickly. He's got Keating on centre wing. He takes the mark. Oh, I think he was going to go, but he was well tackled there by Peter Gray. Handball back to Bingham, back into the corridor looking for Cullen, but good work for Werribee. Sees the ball fall loose. Long kick into the forward line now. Oh, a sensational mark. Heath Buck, he was setting himself to take the mark. His opponent backed back into him, Cornwall, and hit him fair square in the chest, and as he fell back to the ground, flat in his back, Heath Buck, the ball fell into his arms. A sensational mark, and if he can cap this off with a goal, Cal would be nearly player of the day, surely.
It would be.
So Heath Buck, a real live wire in the forward line in this particular quarter, and there's an interesting change. Paul Hart coming on to full forward, and James Lee just coming from the ground as Heath Buck, 35 metres out, directly in front, moves in. Good looking kick, I tell you what, he doesn't miss too many from there. He's kicked his second, and it's the 13th for the Werribee side. 13-10-88 Werribee Centrals. They lead Corio, and he kicked one behind in this quarter, 9-4-58. Lexus and Wyndham scoreboard, 22 minutes now into the third quarter.
Vital third quarter.
Yeah.
The winning quarter, and I think that they've got more run in their leagues too, Werribee Centrals.
So back in the middle, Chad Rivett's in the ruck now for Corio, giving Tate a rest. He goes to full forward. Matty Cullen back on the ground. He's in there as well with Ricky O'Toole and Amon Charles. So a little bit of run from some players we haven't seen in there for a while. Nevada Cornwall on the wing. Gray gets it down towards Cullen, who breaks free. Can't take the footy with him. Ripped off the football, Musara. He's wrapped up by Charles. Also in there, Ricky O'Toole. They get a kick away. Falls past King. Oh, straight through the middle. Dabrowski backs himself and lets it go towards Cullen. He gets it wide to Cornwall. Has to get back onto the right. No, he goes on the left. Around the corner towards Johnny Cousins. Roland Beck. He attacked it. But then they saw it over the boundary line for a throw in at half forward.
Three-quarter time AFL, Hawthorn 13-10, Kangaroos 10-10.
Oh, so not much in it there now. Come on, the Kangaroos. The tips won't look good if that doesn't happen. So a boundary throw in at half forward for the Devils. Walton from the side goes to Cornwall. He somehow gives it to Charles and O'Toole. O'Toole, handball backwards, chopped off by Luddick. He's ripped off the football by Lazarick though. Then his handball goes nowhere. Now Crystalani in there as well. Breaks free through Ricky O'Toole. Goes long towards Tate. He's one out with left chook. He goes up. He can't take the mark. Good defensive play by left chook. Did he push in the back? No. So the umpire play on the call. 2 against 1. There were Centurions with it. Left chook kept his feet now. Now he loses it. And now it's a leg. And it will be a free kick to the Centurions in the last line of defence.
They've defended well, Cal, this third quarter, Werribee. They're very, very strong up there.
Repelled all the each time.
Corio missing Barry O'Toole.
Oh, missed him there enormously.
Kick out wide, looking for Roland Beck. Can't take the mark against Lee Clifford, and it will be out of bounds for a throw in at half forward for the Devils. So it's 25 points of difference. 13-10-88, Werribee Central's Corio 10-3-63. Boundary throw in. Walton from behind. Rivett's there as well. Clifford goes back towards Ricky O'Toole. Handball back to Rick Lazarick. Got Cornwall short. Just pushed by Merry as he gets his kick away. Falls through though. Still at half forward for the Devils. And Kinnear ripped off the football. The Devils wait for it. Clifford handball. Didn't get the Keating target. Now Rivet, the big man, who gets his kick partly smothered. Kinnear gets back there, and also Davey Bigham runs through towards Matty Culleney. Handballs it. Oh, great defence once again by the Centurions. And they're away. Foley. Can he get it towards Delaney? He gets one in the back. No free kick play on the call. Now it breaks free. Nobody really to kick to for the Centurions. Just down the field, is it? It's advantage paid. Ricky O'Toole's got it on the boundary line. Don't know where the advantage was there. Delaney, great pick up at Tate. Rips him to the ground, and the ball is out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. About 30 metres around from Cryer's goal. So it looks like there's a few tired players out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty soggy up where in that pocket too.
It is. Boundary throw-in again. From behind, Walton. Hallam's in there as well. And also Foley fighting hard for it. And the umpire will come in.
It's got quite dull in the last 5 minutes also.
It has.
Gee, big pack of players there. Ooh. Ball thrown up 20 metres from goal. Comes to ground. Chris Delaney tries to tap it forward. Ricky O'Toole picks it up, fakes the handball. Finally goes to Ricky Lazarick. Lazarick takes on his opponent and beats him. Gets the ball to the forward pocket. Matty Hallam throws the ball out straight to the arms there of looks like Walton. Gee whiz, there's a lot of players down there now. It comes out wide. Ricky O'Toole's read it well. He's sitting back on half forward flank. Takes the mark ahead there of Roland Beck. So Ricky O'Toole deep in the flank. Goes toward the goal area into the forward pocket. The lead there was from Gundry. Troy Gundry has taken the mark deep in the pocket. The umpire's blown time off. So Gundry's going to be right on the boundary line, if not over it. Now he plays on, comes inboard, hooks it back. It's not a bad looking kick at all from Troy Gundry. In fact, it's through the goals, and a much needed goal for the Corio side. Their first for the quarter. And on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard now, they move to 10-4-64, but they trail Werribee Central 13-10-88. 26 minutes gone. It's on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard.
Eight scoring shots to 2 in this third quarter.
Yes, it's the Werribee defence has hung on pretty well, hasn't it?
Stood up well.
I was having a look. Andrew Howlett's been very vocal out there on the ground. I think he wants Paul Hart down in the defence. Howlett's covering Gundry at the moment. I think he wants Hart back on him. Drivet and also Gray in the middle. Ricky O'Toole sharks it and gives it towards Ricky Lazarick, who stands his ground, takes the mark on centre wing. Wants to move it quickly. He's got Keating wide. No, he holds it up. Walton, he's also got Gundry. He goes in that direction. Also out there is Davey Bigham. Hallam against him. Good play by Hallam to push it away. Now Gundry on hands and knees. Got a free kick at half forward. And play on the call. And Troy Gundry has had his head absolutely ripped off and by Matty Hallam. And I don't think Johnny Cousins was too happy with the treatment that Troy Gundry got. And it's all settled down now, but Johnny Cousins just telling Matty Hallam too. And well, if he's paid a free kick, it really should be 50, I think. But is it? I think it is. So Adam Gladke has retained control, and we'll bring Davey Bigham down on the ground. Justin Tate and Matty Hallam just making sure both are okay. I think Johnny just came in to make sure his teammate was all right. Now, I think they didn't pay advantage in the first instance to Davey Bigham, so that's why he's ended up with a football. Unfortunately, Troy Gundry had his head ripped off, but Davey Bigham's kicked the goal. So his first, 2 in a minute for the Devils. 28.5 minutes played in the third term. It's Werribee Central's who are now 13-10-88, and Corio are now 12-4-70.
Not dissimilar to the
11-4-70, sorry.
The second quarter, Cal, where Corio sort of came back in the last 7 or 8 minutes of the quarter,
that's
and
right.
That's a good sign. But you can't afford to give 4-goal start
at the start of each. No, they'll be disappointed Werribee Centrals because they've given Corio a sniff again now.
So Johnny Cousins limps off the ground, and a few more changes. Kinnear off, and James Lee back on. I think they need Lee in the forward line for a bit of height, don't they?
Ricky Bigham's going to pick him up straight away. Back in the middle, Rivet. Big thump away towards half forward. Kick off the ground by Good. Goes towards his half forward now. Can't pick it up. Under a bit of pressure. Now Boardington gets it around the corner. Bigham should be in the gun here. Takes a good mark. under pressure from Heath Buck. Wanted to give the handball away. Oh, danger. They want to play on, but it's going to be dangerous. So it's chopped off. Mary's there, but Ricky O'Toole is there for his team. And butters up, goes long to Clifford, goes up. Can't take the mark. Peter Gray stood in front and took the grab on centre wing for the Centurions. He wants to drive it long towards half forward. Foley from behind Cullen. Cockrell as well, front and centre Merry. Can't take it with him, no. Now tried to break free. Just inside the centre square at centre half forward for the Centurions. And it will be a ball up.
I think Peter Gray went the right way, Cal, but didn't have enough height at centre half forward.
True.
In fact, I can't find Andrew Howlett. Oh, he's back down centre half forward now. Ball in the air. Ribbit gets the tap clear of Gray. Kicked off the ground there by Charles. Out wide is Keating. Picks it up on the run. Continues forward for the Corio side. Goes wide to flank. Oh, Roland Beck. Magnificent mark in defence ahead there of his opponent. Plays on quickly. And the siren has sounded. It is three-quarter time. And at three-quarter time, the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard reads Corio 11, 470. They trail Werribee Central 13, 10, 88.
In that third term, Werribee Central's kicked 3 goals, 5. While Corio kicked 2 goals, 1. The goal kickers to three-quarter time for the Centurions. 4 to James Lee, 3 to Warren Foley, and 2 each to David Kennedy and Heath Buck. Singles to Luke Laddick and Dave Merriwell for Corio. 4 goals to Barry O'Toole, 3 to Lee Clifford, and singles to Ricky O'Toole, Justin Tate, Troy Gundry, and Davey Bigham. But it's 11-4-70. Corio, Werribee Central's 13-10-88. It's 18 points of difference at three-quarter time. And we see our old mate, Mr. DeGoldie, out there. He might go out and have a...
He's going out to see James.
He's going out to have a bit of a... Yeah, to James. Have a bit of a listen to the coaches, as Peter Kelly will do also. We'll take a break.